Students, let's continue the story The Adventures of Toto. Grandmother always first when grandfather brought home some new bird or animal. Narrator tells us that his grandmother gets annoyed and irritated whenever grandfather brought any new bird or animal at home. So it was decided that Toto's presence should be kept a secret from her until she was in a particularly good mood. And that's why the narrator and his grandfather decided that they should hide the fact of Toto's presence at home. Grandfather and I put him away in a little closet. Here I refers to narrator. And where did they hide Toto? They hide it in a little closet. Little closet is a word that is used for a small room or a space in a wall with a door that reaches the floor, and that is basically it is used for storing things. So they just hid Toto in little closet opening into my bedroom wall where he was tied securely, or so we thought. Means here it is being said that they thought that he would be secure, and that's why they just tied him to a peg that was fastened into the wall. Peg is a word that is used for a short piece of wood, metal, or plastic used for holding things together or hanging things on. A few hours later, when grandfather and I came back to release Toto, okay, after a few hours, they just came back to release Toto. What did they find over there? We found, here, we refers to narrator and his grandfather. We found that the walls, which had been covered with some ornamental paper chosen by grandfather, now stood out as naked brick and plaster. When they came back to release Toto, what did they find? They found that the wall was naked. It means uncovered. Earlier, it was covered with an ornamental paper, that is decorative paper. Okay, that has grandfather chosen to decorate the wall. So, what did they find? They found that it was torn into pieces. Now stood out as naked brick and plaster, means the wall was uncovered. The peg in the wall had been wrenched. Wrenched means broke. And the peg that was used to tied the monkey was broken from its socket. And my school blazer, which had been hanging there, was in shreds. I wonder what grandmother would say, and the narrator was not able to decide that how he would disclose this fact in front of her, in front of his grandmother. But grandfather didn't worry. Okay, but what was the reaction of his grandfather? He was not at all worried. He seemed pleased with Toto's performance. On the contrary, let aside his reaction, even he was very much pleased whatever Toto's had done or performed. He's clever, said grandfather. Given time, I'm sure he could have tied the torn pieces of your blazer into a rope and made his escape from the window. Okay, this was the reaction of his grandfather. After looking all those things over there, he commented that Toto was very clever, and if some more time would have been given to him, he could have tied the torn pieces of narrator's blazer into a rope and made his escape from the window. Okay. His presence in the house is still a secret. Now, in this para narrator said that his presence, whose presence? Toto's presence. Okay, the fact that Toto was present in their house. Okay, it was a secret from whom? From grandmother. His presence in the house is still a secret. Toto was now transferred to a big cage in the servants' quarter, where a number of grandfather's pets lived very sociably together. Now narrator tell, told or tell, sorry tells us that after that he was transferred to a big cage in the servants' quarter where other animals also lived. Sociably means they lived with harmony. And what was the name of other animals that lived over there? A tortoise, a pair of rabbits, a tame squirrel, and for a while my pet goat. But The monkey wouldn't allow any of his companions to sleep at night. But what happened? Problem continue over there also because he didn't allow any animals to live in peace. So grandfather who had to leave Dehradun next day to collect his pension in Saharanpur decided to take him along. After being shifted over there, what happened? The problem exists. So what happened? Grandfather had decided that they would take Totos with him to Saharanpur.